Is this an overview of some of those placards that were placed out there?
Yes.
Objection 403, cumulative, waste of time.
Your Honor, these are separate photos, and they are all actually truncated this considerably. So.
Okay, well, get it.
It's not going to be long.
Let's move through it as quickly as possible.
Sure thing, Your Honor. State's Exhibit 49, Kappa. Is this yet another view over a different angle of a similar view of the placards?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Again, is this a different view of the beginning of the numbers from which you started with the placards?
Yes.
And that is State's Exhibit 51, Kappa. All right, showing you State's Exhibit 53, Kappa. Is this, what do you see here?
It was a marker number 11 of a shell casing.
Is it away from the rest of the shell casings or placards that you saw or put down that day?
Yes.
Okay. Showing you State's Exhibit 52, Kappa. What,
Same objection, Your Honor, cumulative, waste of time.
All right, I mean, at some point, it certainly becomes that, so please, utilize the ones that are necessary to be able to tell the
Sure, Judge.
incident.
I'm going to,
Move on. Go ahead.
I'm going to fast forward.
Brown is just gonna get it straight up D-, bruh.
What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter?
The letter of the day.
D-. And if y'all want to argue for him to get an F, I can't even fight you. This dude sat up here, tried to make a regular street cop a freaking gang expert. Bruh, if that's the case, why do we have gang tasks? What the? There are cops who can have articulable suspicion that a person is a gang member, but confirmation comes from the gang task. So he got objected on that and got demolished on getting objected by that, because what he tried to do was say, hey, were they gang affiliated? Objection, Your Honor. Sustained. I'm gonna lay more foundation, Your Honor. Are they gang affiliated? How could you tell? The cop, well, because they have stuff on their shirt. Objection, Your Honor. Sustained. Oh my God, dang. And those two objections for taking too long, there were 3 other that came right after. So there's that. And then, bruh, Lil D. Boy, it sound like he about to be out of here faster than a black man going for milk in the 90s and never coming back.
What's your name? Okay, I'm sorry, I hadn't seen you in a while. You looked familiar to me, but.
Everybody thinks I'm dead.
Okay. Are you asking to approach without the defense?
No, they can say, that's fine, that's one from the record. I'm representing Mr. Backwards, family defending, understand he was picked up on material witness warrant. I would ask the court to release him. He's got sickle cell bad. When he was picked up, he was just taken to the hospital. They had to do 2 blood replacements, transfusions. He's in the hospital, or he's in Brady right now. That Brady, he's in Fulton County Jail. He's got pneumonia. He will not live, Judge. I talked to the family. In the last 4 months, he's been 10 out of the hospital 10 times. He's extremely sick. He will not survive in Fulton County. I would ask that he be released, and I'm going to be in touch with him. He will come to court when you ask him to come to court.
Go ahead.
If not, he will leave.
All right, so the information I got this morning, and y'all, this was actually what I wanted to discuss on the record had we, at the bench conference, had we gotten started at 8:45 like I asked for us to get started. So anyway, no, this has nothing to do with that. But the information that I got this morning from the sheriff's office was that he is in Grady.
Your Honor.
So I don't know how recent your information is.
I talked to family 2 a.m.
Well, we've spoken with the sheriff has informed us since that time, and that was what I wanted to bring to the court's attention.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Judge, and I think that this is a matter that I can speak with Mr. Shive about. I don't know if he wants to fully flesh it out now, but I did want to approach the court with the information and the defense with the information we had. There's more information than just that.
Okay, why don't we just...
So they had your boy Lil D in the psych part of the jail, and that's exactly where he was on Friday. He did get sent out now. Don't get it mixed up or none of that. He definitely got sent out to Grady. So that part is true, but he wasn't on the medical side. He was on the psychiatric side of the medical facility. Them are facts. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just trust me. I know. I wonder what that meeting was about. I wonder what that judge said, because in my mind, I don't think that the judge would excoriate Miss Love. I don't see that part, but I definitely see a part of her where she's going to warn her, like, be very, very careful, because, bruh, if this man, God forbid, and I'm not wishing this on him at all, so please don't take this as a negative. If this dude dies in their custody, you could very well see the end of Rice Street. You could pretty much expect Miss Love to hand over her work badge and sign up for her retirement. She's gonna have to quit. She better hope to God that dude don't die under her watch. This is on her. If he dies, she's going to resign. She has to go. And this freaking trial will crumble to the point where I truly believe that the judge, I don't think there's ever been a point where the witness has died and then they have basically called it off and they were basically like, mistrial by prejudice of a death of a witness. I don't believe that, because if that's the case, then a lot more witnesses would get killed. But I'm going to be honest like this. I believe that judge is going to tell the DA's office, hey, bro, y'all really need to consider highly, overly highly, that y'all, hold on, I got to send her verse, that y'all give out some plea deals and get rid of this. Y'all don't need, if this happens again, bro, I don't know who the hell we going to have. Because at the end of the day, this is going to be wilder than wild. Like, this is going to destroy way more for somebody who I don't even think is really going to give y'all anything. Now, I say I don't think, but who knows? He might be the witness that was supposed to be the witness that Woody and Mook was supposed to be. I don't know. I didn't really look into Quindarius Zachary. And I don't care to until the trial actually starts, because I don't want to formulate in my head an opinion based upon something that I read and not context from how they explain it, because that's happened time and time and time again. You don't know. Well, remember the Lil Woody line, "Pop at your noggin," was originally said that it was intended about Lil Wayne. But we all know Lil Woody had nothing to do with the Lil Wayne bus shooting. So then they switched it up and they said, oh, no, that was about Donovan Thomas. So there's that part. But also, if that man has an episode, and I don't know what type of episodes you can have with sickle cell, I really don't want to read it up, because I don't want to put that in the atmosphere. But if he has a medical episode, that jury will never not see that. They will never not see that. It's going to be essentially, what the hell are we doing? You cannot have the good guys look like the bad guys because they're no longer the good guys. Please understand, even though we see them as completely different, the jurors are supposed to see the prosecution team as the good guys. That's how it's supposed to go. But right now, that don't seem to be the case for us that's viewing it from the outside. We see it completely differently. And I've seen a couple of people who don't follow the channel who comment on something that I said on Vlad TV, because Vlad and academics were discussing, and they were basically saying, well, Vlad was kind of co-signing. I say kind of co-signing. Academics saying that, oh, Young Thug is going to get found guilty of something. And I'm just curious, what's the something? Where's the specificity? Now, you could say, man, there's so many charges and all this crap, that so many acts that they just went over, that they just going to say, you know what? This kind of fits the mold, but I don't think that closing will allow that to happen. I don't believe that when they actually close it, because I think Brian Steele is going to take a day to close. I think the state is going to take a day to close. I think everybody in their closing is going to take basically a day to close, and then basically they're going to close again, because they're going to have to basically refute what the hell they just said. It's going to be a second go around, the cross or whatever the fuck. Y'all know how it go. They're going to say it and then go over it again. So I believe closing is going to take about 5 days. And then the jury essentially, more than likely, will sit there Friday, told to come back Monday, and then basically we'll have a verdict by that Wednesday. Oh, please believe I'll be there too. I'll take as many days off as I need to be there and all that crap, and we'll see how that goes. But this cop right here, bro, I don't know who the hell he is, but he ain't no damn police officer for the sake of being a police officer. He looked like he the dude that showed auntie screwing on the side with all her other kids and shit like that. And one of them might be his.
A few moments ago, did I hear you correctly when you said that she was excited?
Yes.
All right. When you approached her and saw where she was positioned, did you see where about on her body she was struck by a bullet?
The upper right buttocks.
And was she alive, alert, conscious?
Yes.
Is that yes to all three?
Yes, she was alert, conscious, and breathing.
And was she in need of emergency medical services?
Yes.
And were emergency medical services called at that time?
Yes.
And do you recall who called?
I requested Craigie EMS to come out and transport female.
Did you speak with Ms. Bell ever after that day?
No.
During your investigation of this matter, did you learn if there was anyone else did you see anyone else in the home while you were there?
Yes.
All right. About how many persons did you see and observe there?
From the start, when I got there was 6.
All right. Okay. So, do you recall the names of those persons?
Yes.
All right. What are their names?
The other 4 individuals who were inside the residence, if I can go to my report.
Sure.
Taiwan Marquise Marsh, Cecilia Davis, Diamond Mills, Zaranisha Coakley.
About how old did these persons appear to you?
They all appear to be in their 20s.
Late or early 20s?
Probably about mid-20s.
Do you know if they were residents of that particular home or passersby?
Calls for hearsay.
Sustained.
Did you, all right, what was their demeanor like when you encountered those 4 individuals you described?
They were all upset and excitable.
How were they dressed?
They were all wearing street clothes, like they had been up.
At 4:06 in the morning?
That's correct. All but, I believe, 1 female.
Just a brief indulgence. At the time that you made contact with these 4 individuals, was the male in the Famerica sweatshirt still present or gone from the premises?
Objection not asked and answered.
Sustained. Well, actually overruled. That particular question wasn't asked before. Go ahead.
You can answer.
The male in the brown Fan America shirt, he was no longer at the location.
Is that, so earlier you described that there were 4 persons inside there at that time, inside the home that is, at that time.
At that time, when I initially arrived, we had the male in the brown Fan America shirt, the 4 people that I named just a moment ago, and the victim.
Okay. Was there ever a time that you spoke with anyone else?
Yes.
What were their names?
If I go to the report.
Sure.
So while at the location, a Kanisha Harris arrived.
How was she dressed?
She was dressed in street clothes.
Did she come into the house?
Yes.
What was her demeanor?
She was upset as well.
About how old did she appear to you?
About in her 20s.
Okay. Did she come alone?
I'm not sure.
to talk about your activity inside of the home a little bit further. While inside of the home, can you describe the interior of the home for the ladies and gentlemen here?
The interior of the home had what looked to be other bullet holes in the wall into the interior, but it had been plastered over and covered each individual hole.
Okay. And when you say plastered over, can you describe a little bit more detail, if you can, for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what you mean by that?
Like repaired. The bullets came through the home, and then someone came through and put drywall plaster over each individual home or hole.
And did you also see new bullet defects inside of the home that weren't plastered?
Yes.
Did you? Do you have personal knowledge of when that those older bullet defects were present at when they got there?
Yes. Well, I did a premise.
Personal knowledge.
Oh,
Personal.
no, no.
Okay. Was there a time that you exited the home at 1428 Adele Avenue Southwest?
Yes.
All right. And what, if anything, occurred at that point?
I spoke to a resident who lived in the neighborhood.
What was that resident's name?
If I can go to the report. Anthony Travis.
And about how old did he look to you?
About in his 20s, maybe upper 20s.
Did you initiate contact with him, or did he initiate contact with you?
He initiated contact with me.
All right. What, if anything, did he tell you at the time he initiated contact?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for hearsay.
May I respond, Your Honor?
You may.
It is, in fact, the present sense impression, and it is also going to be an effect on the listener himself.
Your Honor, it's
The
neither of
information-
those two things.
Hang on. Let me hear what he's saying.
What he is going to testify, what I'm saying, we expect the testimony to be, is going to be tantamount to a present sense impression. If I may approach to further clarify, I don't want to put that on the record.
Do you want to come up to the bench?
Now, essentially what today was supposed to be about, it was supposed to be about the state making the case that there was a shooting at a house, and we can all assume it's YSL related from a fight that happened at Club Crucial. We could go ahead and make that, because the very end, the lady came in and basically was like, well, we could tell you through proof of whatever we got through cell phones that basically this is what we have here, and yeah, they're pretty much screwed over here. We got them. We know we got them. We super got them. We don't just regularly got them. We got pinpoint access to where he went, where he got there, and all of this stuff and everything like that. Brian still, unfortunately, pointed something out, and I agree with the judge. He should have pointed it out while the lady was on stand, and essentially was saying that the way in which the text messages are sent, there was a text message that got sent off, and it basically seemed a little shoddy. Now, once again, the lady was supposed to essentially hear that while she was on the stand. Still said it while she was gone. The judge essentially got on his ass about it because she's right. Still, when you make your objections about evidence and all that crap and everything, y'all missed it. And Still is such a good talker that he damn near could have convinced you that, yeah, no, this is right. But no, he's wrong. He's wrong. The judge is right. Your ass should have said something while she was on the stand, and y'all didn't, because essentially y'all got lackadaisical on it, and y'all thought that whatever the hell. But the state did not have the regular paper in there. They put essentially a redacted version or an original, some shit like that. But basically, what the jury seen actually was not what the hell it was. And I feel like that's what Still was kind of pointing to. Like, well, hold on. They didn't even see the real one, so we should be able to bring this up. But still, at the same time, y'all still had it. So, once again, accumulative. You had one police officer basically come through and say, oh, we had 32 shell cases and all that shit. Y'all niggas let off the whole entire magazine. Is crazy. And only hit somebody grandma in the hand, in the wrist, like, and I think a lady shot her in the stomach. But other than that, bro, like, hell nah, man. This shit is beyond crazy. So that's what happened. They were just proving that a shooting happened because in the comments in the video with the older lady, they try to make it seem like, I'm just saying in the comments, some people were under the mindset that the shots came from inside of the house. They pretty much proved that, nah, there was a drive-by on that house, and they're going to prove that the drive-by from the house basically coincides with a fight that happened at Crucial, and cats followed these cats home or something like that, and shot their asses up and got up out of there. But the cop, none of the cops could basically say who the hell was there. So it's kind of like, all right, cool, but they're basically going to introduce how they found the shooter, and that's through the freaking the phone number, essentially. But other than that, it was a pretty boring ass day. To the Pee Wee Longway stuff, listen, he's under arrest right now, but he's not charged. So that's essentially what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Pee Wee Longway won't be charged. I'm saying everybody just giving him all these sentences and all that crap. Not yet, because we don't know what we don't know. We know basically how his people is acting. It don't look good. That's what it is. We don't know his charges. So that's essentially what I was alluding to. It wasn't a diss or dig towards nobody and anything like that. It's just saying his name ain't on there, and that's all it is. That added with that Mondo video came out. Like I say, I can go deeper, but it just is what it is, bruh. You should leave a lot of shit alone, because the same rationale you took for your guy is exactly the same rationale others could take for the other guy. It's just, you have no reason. You saying somebody left somebody on stuck. According to every freaking person on YSL, Young Thug ain't pay for nobody lawyers. Because if I put you in position to make money, nigga, I shouldn't have to pay for your lawyer as well. All these cats is running around screaming YSL, YSL, getting hoes and getting money and doing verses and all this shit. It's not on Young Thug to have y'all sit on his lap. He gave you niggas jobs. I give you a job does not mean I pay for your lawyer. So that's where you got it wrong. And if you disagree, then you disagree. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I don't care to sit up here and let you niggas sit on my lap. Because my beard ain't salted and Santa Claus ain't black. So hell nah. When people keep on saying Young Thug left me, he didn't do anything and all this shit and everything like that, bruh. Word. So what was you doing when you was around him? What type of connection did you make when he was around you? Like, it just, all of this shit just don't make sense. It reminds me of the time when Nip said basically, hey, Game took us on tour and gave us exposure. He didn't give us a penny. We had to go earn that shit. But what we got blessed with is the exposure. And I don't think you cats understand that part. It's the exposure, and then you take advantage of that. Because nowhere else would you even be in those positions. In my opinion, Young Thug ain't owe you niggas a penny. And the ones he gave jobs to, y'all should have saved up your goddamn pennies. Because at the end of the day, nobody owes you a goddamn thing unless you sign the contract and then you can sue for that. Other than that, it is what it is.